My name is Reverend Reginal Wright. I'm an associate minister at Union Temple Baptist Church, and I am the president of our prison ministry here at Union Temple Baptist Church. So anything that involves or relates to ministering to those that are imprisoned, I want to be a part of it. And I will. Yes, I do. Well, we go to New Beginnings, which is the Youth Detention Facility. We go there every second and fourth Sunday. And we go in and we meet with the young men and the young women. We have prayer with them, and we, hear their requests and just speak with them and just give them counsel, spiritual counsel and guidance. And so it's a wonderful thing. And that's something that our church has been doing for a long time. Not only that, we also go to St. Elizabeth, the psychiatric ward, to those who are in prison there. We minister to them also. And so those are some of the things that we do, actively.
What happened? You still can't hear? The song is coming through? Am I on the wrong side? Ask me that question in the mic. I'm gonna stand. No, I don't want to stand on that side. Are you getting this song? Are you getting a lot of this music? Or mostly him?
I can't hear you.
I know. I will. I'll talk into the mic. Okay. Yeah. You're all right. He's complaining because he can't hear me. All right. Because it's a unidirectional mic, right? So that's why it's kind of canceling out everything on the side.
That's right. The vector's coming this way.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So, but tell me a little bit about St. Elizabeth. Tell me a little bit about St. Elizabeth, because I think people have forgotten that,
Yes. Well, we communicated and had conversation with chaplain, what's his name? It escapes me right now. Anyway, the head chaplain for the psychiatric ward, St. Elizabeth. Communicated with him because we were contacted by one of the inmates. An inmate contacted the church. And I said, you know what, brother, we're coming to visit you and to see about you, how you're doing. And that's what we did. So we had to contact the chaplain of St. Elizabeth. And he made it very clear to us that they are considered not inmates, but patients. And so on every second and fourth Sunday, once we have received clearance, we go into this facility and give them spiritual counsel as well. So it's just a matter of them coming out of their confines, coming to a general area, and we have prayer with them, read the scripture, and just have communication with them. Because we received clearance from the head chaplain of the facility to do so.
Do you consider the folks at St. Elizabeth patients or inmates?
They're patients.
They are patients. What brings them to that place?
Well, because they are there because of a mental sickness. And if they have committed a crime, it could be a result of their condition, their mental condition. So they're patients.
Okay.
And not criminals. They just need a little help. And so we're there to offer them spiritual help.
Okay. How many folks are in St. Elizabeth? Do you know?
I don't know the numbers, but I do know we minister to 5 people that are there, not just 1. 5. There was initially 1, now we have 5.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
That's lovely. And those guys are from D.C.
Right here.
Exactly. So can you tell me a little bit about the conditions at New Beginnings?
At New Beginnings, sure.
Yeah.
It's a facility that houses youth that are juvenile delinquent in the District of Columbia. And they send them to Maryland because there's no facility in D.C. to house them. So they house them in Maryland. And there it's called New Beginnings because they're supposed to be rehabilitated and given education and an opportunity to better themselves. We go there every second and fourth Sunday, and it's so unfortunate because the young men and women, they're so melancholy. It's like their spirit has been broken. But when we arrive, they liven up because we're letting them know that there's hope, that they have a future, that God has plans for them to stir up the gift that's in them. And they're young, so they can correct themselves and start on a different course, a different path. And so it's just a blessing for us to have the opportunity to go and minister to them and pray with them. And not only with them, the guards look forward to us coming there as well. Pray with and for the guards. And so it's a wonderful thing. We write them letters. Even though the prison cannot give us their names because they're minors, they're juveniles, but we still have an adult that we send all of their letters to. In fact, she is the superintendent of treatment, and we send the letters to her, and she disperses them out to the inmates. Right now, currently, they're only 10 in the entire system right now. Only 10, 7 males, 3 females. But that's going to change come October.
10 in the entire system?
Yes.
And what do you mean by that? 10 in New Beginnings?
10.
Okay.
But that's going to change because in October, they get I don't want to say shipment, but others are coming. Upwards of 45 to 50 in October.
From where?
D.C., the district.
Really?
Yes.
How did that happen? I mean, so it's going to go up like 5-fold?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because right now they have already been tried. They've already had their court case, and they're just in holding right now, waiting to be sent to New Beginnings. So the number is low now, but come October it won't be low any longer. They're expecting 45 to 50 to attend in October.
Why is that all of a sudden 45, 50? I mean, it sounds like there was a big crime wave or something.
Well, these young men and women have already, like I said, they've already been tried. They're like in a temporary holding place right now. And then they're going to be sent in October.
I see. Okay. But you aren't able to do like a prison ministry with adults. Is that except for the people at St. Elizabeth?
We do have a prison ministry with the adults outside of St. Elizabeth. But what I find myself doing, and what we find ourselves doing here in the temple, is getting involved with families that are going through court proceedings now. So if you're already in prison, when is your court date? I'm there. What's your lawyer's name? What's the number? I'm contacting your attorney. So it's that type of prison ministry that we do. It's that type of outreach and how we avail ourselves to our members that are in litigations right now. So we're visiting those that are in prison, we're talking to their lawyers, we're coordinating with their families, letting us know when the court date is, and we're there, and pressing the lawyers and writing letters and speaking in the courtroom. Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, that's great.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you one other question?
Sure.
You want to ask me
For the prison ministry address is the church's address. Union Temple Baptist Church Prison Ministry, 1225 Liberty Street.
We've been talking to some folks about the high prison rate in the United States as compared to the rest of the world.
Yes.
Now, as a minister, as a man of faith, what do you want to say to like other Americans about that? I mean, from my point of view, it's a huge human rights violation.
Yes, it is.
Right, exactly. And I think that people just kind of, they don't think about it, they don't want to acknowledge it, that kind of thing, and I want to try and shed some light on that, so if you can comment.
Sure. I would start with, Jesus. They wanted to throw him in jail. They wanted to imprison him. And not just him, his disciples. And if they had their way, they would have done it. Paul was thrown in a Roman jail. They wanted to throw Peter in jail. They wanted to throw... So all of those figures that we revere in the Bible, they were in prison or close to being in prison. And yet, those are the very same ones that we hold so near and dear and true in our faith. Not everyone that is in jail is a criminal. They're not a criminal. And they are still human beings. They are people that deserve love and attention. We cannot forget about them. And so unfortunately, we live in a society where many people that are in law are outlaws. And they incriminate many of those of us who are innocent. And so if we are conscious and aware of that, we're just going to have to remember those that are in prison, hear their story, and minister to them and not forget about them. But it's unfortunate the society in which we're living in. I mean, President Trump, he just had a panel of black ministers meeting with him, and not one mentioned the fact that he's ratcheting it up incarceration. You know, this war on drugs that he's having right now. If you're on opioids, you get rehabilitated. For any other kind of drug, you get in prison for life, throw away the key, the super predator effect. It's really unfortunate. But we have to be there and let those who are in prison know that you're not alone. And that we stand with you in your rightness and your correctness. We're with you. We're with you.
Do you think that there are any folks who are in prison now who are like the folks that, like Jesus and his disciples who got, put in prison back then?
Unjustly?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mumia Abu Jamal. We can start right there. We can start right there. He was in prison on false pretenses. Trumped up charges. That's why he's in prison. And there are many others. And thanks since the advent of cell phone, we can see many others who are being accosted, brutalized, and imprisoned, and they're innocent. So yes, there are many who suffer that kind of treatment.
Can you just repeat
and they should not be forgotten, and we should continue to advocate and fight on their behalf. Absolutely. This is no new thing. It's no new thing. But we have to continue to fight and stand up for what's right, truth and justice. And Black August, remember the Jackson brothers, Sister Angela Davis, and prepare ourselves. I know I'm preparing myself for September 16th of this year, when Minister Louis Farrakhan comes here to the temple and give us our Black August instructions and our Black August message to remember those who are in prison.
All right, very good.
There you have it.